Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Hit Shuffle. On this episode, we'll be doing a roundup, and would love if you like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. So yeah, before we get into it, what's good now, my guy YG?
I'm good. Feeling thankful for the point of the year we are in, basically. But we did.
When you said feeling, I thought you were say feeling funky.
I like the way I'm feeling.
I love it. I just feel like an inconsistent guy because we've not been recording this year.
So I think we should do like an official apology. Actually,
I don't apologize. But you guys should run me money and then I'll apologize.
Actually. So, but I mean, hopefully we'll be able to do more soon. But for now, like obviously we have to talk about what's been like remarkable in 2021.
Fair.
And I think that's the purpose of this episode, guys. So just rock with us as we get into it, basically. So what do we have first now?
So I mean, random. I know, like we'd not. Yeah, like what I was just going to ask, like, how do you feel about 2021 generally?
Generally, or like music-wise?
I mean, all join.
Okay. I think I'll just stick to music-wise, so that we don't make this too long. But music-wise, I think 2021 was there's a lot of music, like it was coming from like every direction, basically.
Fair. That's
like
pretty
before
fair.
you turn your face to the left, another one is hitting you from the right. So crazy. Then also, it was tough to keep up at times.
Nah, man. Every time it was tough to keep up. Every time,
it was
man.
tough.
I can't
It was
lie.
tough. It was tough, but it was exciting to see, and I'm just glad that like there are more people playing like within like our industry. Yeah. Like there are more players, more prominent
Me, I
players.
understand what you're saying.
There are more prominent.
I promise
players.
you understand.
So there's more options for like consumers to turn to music-wise. So I think it's a good music this year for us was good. What about you? What do you think?
This year was like 2 years. I can't lie.
Yeah.
Someone tell me that
Like 2
this thing happened. I was like, that was in 20 days. I was like, nah, man, that happened in July. And I'm like, yo, bro, man. So, but I mean, it was a good year. It was a good year. I think this is the one thing that like I held on to. Like a lot more people gravitated towards more like EPs and more EPs than albums because like it's like difficult to pinpoint this person released an album in the real sense of the word. So I mean, I think
I love the fact that like there are no rules guiding what you can release. Like you can release EP, a sharp project. Like you drop something. That's the most important thing at this point.
I respect like whatever as far as you decide to go out, put out a project and it's solid, man. I respect it, and I think EPs are even easier to digest if I'm not mistaken.
Remember we used to chat about like lengthy projects and all.
Bro,
I always say that brief tapes.
Bro, it does the job. It does the motherfucking job.
So yeah, let's get into like what's the word? Our lineup agenda.
That's fair, man. That's fair. Like speaking of EPs rather. So I'm going to start with how Sarz had like a monster year, dropping 2 joint EPs with Loje and with Obongjaya. Yeah, so like I mean, me personally, like before we started the episode, I went through my Apple Music 21 replay. Like I just realized that like more people would just put out that Spotify stuff instead. But sadly I didn't start using Spotify till like closer to the end of the year. So yeah, but in my wrapped Sweetness, that's the tape by Obongjaya, and then Love and Attention by Loje were my top 10 played albums.
Yeah, and like it's just for me that's something that like really stood out for me in the year, like just seeing that Sarz has been doing it for like long now at this point, and considering and considering how long he has been doing it, like it's still bringing out like he's working with fresh faces basically and bringing out like fresh faces that like are contending for like song of the year, e.g. Loje with Mona Lisa. So and then someone was telling me that the next time, like if they should hear Mona Lisa one more time, like they can just lose their shit.
Oh, that person's going to lose their shit.
Bro, because that bag must be collected.
They're full. That person's
so
going to lose
and
their shit.
for Obongjaya to like he kind of had what's the word now? Before Sweetness, like did you know like?
Yes, actually. Yes, I discovered him probably like December last year.
nice.
He has this tape called I can't remember the name. I remember the songs of it. I remember the album cover. I think first song is called Still Sun. So yeah, like I just started listening to him, and then there's a Sarz tape with Obong Jaya.
Crazy. So at first, I actually met him once in like 2018. Yeah, I swear, but I never listened to his music. I didn't listen, but although I get his YouTube that time, and I like he has really, even up until now, like his visuals are very, very strong. Like there's one song he released this year called Message in the Arm or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So and part of like his MO is just strong visuals to like accompany the music he's making basically. And I think that's very important at this point.
The only visual I've seen is a tiny desk.
I've not watched his own self.
Yeah.
Did he kill it?
It was fantastic.
It was nice. Well, it was on Little Sim's tiny desk, which I've seen.
Yeah.
There's one song there together on Little, but don't let me digress.
That's
so
fair.
yeah, but Sarz, like
big monster with this type of production. Speaking of monster years, man, can you remember how we used to listen to? Can you remember how we used to listen to that CKay tape, CKay the First?
Yeah, man.
And we used to listen to jams. At that time, would you have thought Love Nwantiti would have been this big?
Bro, nobody could have imagined it. Nobody. Like, if anybody tells you that like they saw it coming, they are lying to you. They are lying to you, and it's just it's good. I'm happy for CKay, that's what I would say. Cause remember the old podcast drama that happened a while ago.
We fucking sick.
I mean, at the time, I'm sure Sarz wasn't 18 at the time. It was
He wasn't 18. He actually had valid points.
Yes, at the time.
His delivery was terrible,
but
he had valid points.
Yes, who the fuck was CKay then? But obviously, he has grown into a more accomplished artist, producer. So obviously, like where he's now is definitely not where he was then. Therefore, and Love Nwantiti just changes the game for CKay. I'm happy for him, and it's just crazy what's the power of social media, TikTok, most especially at this point.
At this point, man, it's ridiculous. Like, man, the kind of things that trend on social media. Like, for instance, like I've not all these like Hypemen stuff and stuff like that, bro. Like, once it should blow up. Guy, that's it though. Like I remember that to be Shenkai. Next thing he's doing a song with Crayon. Like
I think he has one with Mastercraft.
Bro, it's like ridiculous.
Yeah.
Even like right now, there's this Zazu thing going on. Does that person count as a hype man?
Yeah, it probably does. Although, like after Olamide Dispatch, I don't know. I don't really listen to this song, but I think because I've seen him like perform in a few places, and I think he just has the hype man vibe to it. But also with the whole dancing. Going on. So what they call that dance? They always do that. They always bouncing up and down. So I forgot. Is it leg walk?
Bro, so see, now that I just mentioned that thing, the only thing that comes to mind is Licorus.
Stop now.
That's the only thing that comes to my head, bro.
We can't blame the chorus on Big Brother. Professional dancer wake up Big Brother.
Fair fucking feel to
you guys show you now. Say now my work be this. So, but yeah, exciting times for.
I think that's a big thing that I noticed that's been happening.
Hypemen on songs, they're really, and I think it started from like maybe late last year. I feel like someone like Mastercraft, that's Alleluia song.
As far back as late last year.
Remember this Alleluia song, Bella Shmurda?
What do you mean by remember, bro? Like that song was still beat to like top quarter.
Yes, now.
But all I'll say is this guy is very energetic. That's his thing. That's his aim. Zlatan.
Oh yeah, sure.
That's
sure,
from time.
Go, yeah.
From time. That's his aim. So yeah, man. I think
Zlatan released the project this year, right?
I didn't listen to this.
I tried to share. But let's not digress. Let's not digress.
I didn't listen to it.
So what else are we looking at?
There were a couple of like really good female tapes this year for me.
Yeah. And that's one thing I'm happy about. Like it feels like there's more female representation in like the industry.
Yeah. Like what were some of your favorites?
Okay, just touch quickly. Just list.
You don't even have to. Yeah,
so obviously Ayra Starr.
Yeah.
I'm beginning to see that Seun and Leah are also incredibly talented.
I love it.
Yeah,
I really loved that Seun tape.
Yeah.
I played it a lot. There was an S-God tape.
Oh, S-God too. Yeah.
There's one babe called Karen.
No, I've not.
You haven't heard that? There's Karen. There's
Fave.
Yes, Fave. There's Falano.
Yeah.
They only had something out this year. Like I mean, Tiwa Savage had something out. I think Tems had something out this year. Yeah. So like, there's a couple more people that I can't think of right now, but like, there was just
there's a lot of like, and they are in, like, there's more like females the women are now trying to like are getting in the right conversation.
I'm excited about
bro, it. Bro, so because it's not even because of anything. It's just when until you reach that point, like as like an industry, you can't say that like you are there yet. Do you understand? If it's only guys that are at the forefront of like everything that is happening from your culture, then you say something. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So I'm just that's something good about this year.
Yeah.
More women, please, and I hope it continues into like from now on, just more women trying to like be on the charts.
Yeah. So now that we talked about it, like, what the breakout year Ayra Starr had this year? Like,
I have to sigh for that,
bro. Like, it was. She had like 2 tapes this year.
Yeah.
Both tapes were this year, right?
Yeah, man.
More
January
like,
and July.
I can't lie, man. I thought the first one was last year.
No, January.
I thought the first one was
feels
last
like
year.
last year at this point.
Bro, I thought the first one was last year, but I think 19 and Dangerous really hit home for me. Yeah, like I mean, it's not. I don't know that it's exactly for my demographic, but like the quality of work that's on it, and then like how it just like it had so many big moments, like the fashion killer thing that they had. Was it fashion? No, not fashion killer.
Bloody Samaritan.
Bloody Samaritan that people in Access Bank were dancing to.
Bro, it was crazy. It was crazy.
Which one was the one with the Congolese uncle?
It's still Blood Samaritan, but there was a lot of like remixes that came off like the original.
That one with
TikTok,
the
choir one. So that was actually like a moment this year for like at least Afrobeat or Nigerian music, basically.
Yeah.
Blood Samaritan provided a good moment. I'm not going to lie.
That was ridiculous. Like, it was really big.
Yeah, shout out Ayra Starr. Shout out Ayra Starr.
Like, we can like. There's so much we can say. Like, I think. I mean, outside the songs that were big, there were other songs that were really good. I think, Sarz is off 19 and Dangerous, right?
Sarz is off the EP, Ayra Starr EP.
Are you serious? How am I mixing it up?
Yeah, but the video dropped around just when
maybe
19 and Dangerous. Yeah,
and that's what I was even going to go into.
Yeah.
Like, the video was like,
that
was
the video,
the futuristic one.
Yeah,
I really like the video for that.
It's dope. So yeah, Ayra Starr was a big one this man. But before we continue to like breakout artists, also like what did you think about like stuff like someone like Wande Coal who hasn't like really been dropping say full-on projects and dropping singles? It felt like this year it kind of people really just had a reawakening or something of some sort that of Wande Coal's. Did you get that vibe from this year?
So what I would say is like a lot of people, I noticed that like a lot of people vocally said, "Yo, man, I really like Wande Coal. Like the type of music that he did is what inspired me to, like inspired the type of sound."
Names?
And sure, why
so,
not?
So obviously, guys like Oxlade,
Fireboy.
I swear, the first time I heard Peru, like all I was thinking about was Wande Coal.
Can you remember Spell?
Yeah, Spell. That was Fireboy and Wande
Coal. Yeah, but like before, like you could make like the clear distinction. I mean, obviously, like Wande Coal is Wande Coal, but like you could just hear that like super similarity. There's also Asante as well, who does like a lot of R&B stuff. I'm sure like there are a couple other people, but like those are the major people at the top of my head. And like then he had that song. I know anymore come my way. Yeah, like he had that. That's like a really big moment this year.
Yeah.
That's Wande Coal. He's a short boy. But like, you should just drop more music.
Yeah, drop more music.
That's the thing, man.
Drop more music. So let's speaking of people like actually dropping music. So another new face that came like in 2021 is Ruger, basically.
Oh, bro.
And with 2 EPs, just like Ayra did 1 EP, 1 album. So
bro, it's December 2021, year of our Lord, and people are still playing bounce.
Bro, bounce connects.
Like it connects, but like it's like the way like I feel like after like maybe 6 months, man, songs just go off at this moment. But bro, like any motive, any rocks you go to, bro, you're going to fucking hear bounce.
For sure.
Bro, it's ridiculous.
Bounce. And I think we just like clearly backs up what we've always known. Like there's a certain way, like when women love your song.
Oh, bro, the way babes love bounce.
When women love your song, like the way it just takes it to another level. Because it's women that'll take up their phone, put it on stories. Many guys will just be forming that guy.
You don't know, man. I may be a baddie on it. You don't. Do you watch my? I may be a baddie on it. Like you don't know, man. I might be playing bass in the background. You never know.
So yeah, Ruga was a good one to see this year.
Yeah.
He didn't have like an instant. Like when he dropped the pandemic, it wasn't instant.
Yeah, it wasn't instant. It just with time it grew on us.
Grew on us. Although I feel like Ayra Starr was instant with the way.
Oh my god. I feel like
Ayra Starr was instant with the way.
Not let us rest.
Yeah, Ayra Starr was instant with the way. Another interesting act this year. Okay,
I think someone that didn't let us rest again too was Fav.
Oh, Fav, yeah.
Like after like those are features from, I think that was after like
Olamide.
Yeah, the features with Olamide, like bro. She dropped Baby Rhythm and there's one other song, I'm trying to remember the name.
Beautiful.
Oh my god. Like I think Beautiful was first.
Yeah, it was first before this.
Yeah, then once Baby Rhythm came, man, we don't see any breathing room again.
Baby Rhythm choke. Like when my sister was around, I just said that singing it. I'm like, okay, he choke. I feel like it's almost like if it's just that maybe it doesn't have the social activity to like back it up like Bloody Sun right now, but I think it's probably almost as impactful as I'm serious.
Fair.
But there's no social.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Do you understand? Yeah, to really take it. But in terms of like musically and just, it's not a comparison thing. Shall just say a big. So yeah, that's that. Another
someone else that did not let us rest. Luigi.
Luigi.
If it's just this year, bro. It's just I say people are not going to rest.
No, but it's been a long time coming. Man has to.
What's the first Luigi thing you heard?
God, he had one EP like this in 2017 or 18.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he did.
Far back.
Yeah, but I think the first Luigi thing I probably heard that like I really loved was I think it's called Funk Flex. It's a song with Laime.
I heard that Laime that had Luigi, and I've listened to that.
Funk Flex. So Laime featuring Luigi. So and both of them had a very good vibe on that jam.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the first time I was like, okay, this Luigi guy, someone I can pay attention to him.
I know that we're not going to talk about this anymore, but Laime also had like a very, very nice thing to say that I think you should definitely check out if you have the time. But yeah, man, Luigi, bro. Anywhere you go in this Nigeria, bro, if you don't hear Mona Lisa, bro, that is a problem.
Yeah, and the UK too is
big. He's really big in the UK. Well,
big.
London is Lagos Annex.
London is Lagos Annex.
London is Lagos Annex. So like I can't actually say anything about that. But yeah, man, and I think like before I move off from Luigi, I actually want to fight that love and attention didn't really blow up the way I wanted it to. Because bro, like I thought that was what was going to go. I mean,
the song with WizKid.
Yeah, I thought that was what was going to go.
Yeah,
I thought that was what was going to go. I cannot lie to you.
Because the jam is hard, and Wiz's part 2 is actually really good.
Remember that video on social media when he heard the verse for the first time?
Before I dropped it. Do you feel like there's? I'm just trying to be the devil's advocate here now. Do you think that might have been staged?
Bro, man,
is it possible? I don't have any feeling.
It's obviously possible that it could have been staged, but bro, man, I believe it 100%. And that was the first time he heard that.
Verse. It was cute to see, really cute and exciting.
I believe that was the first time he heard that verse. Like, you can say what you want to say, but I believe that's the first time he heard that verse. Don't transform my memory for me, I think. So another person that had like a really big year was AV.
Yeah,
bro.
If you get a woman in a title,
you get everywhere I went to at some point.
Before you turn left like this, someone is hitting you with that jump somewhere.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it was actually a nice song. I'm not going to lie. It just, I don't know. It has this retro.
Okay, let's say something else.
No.
I was concerned.
It's like it has this feel of throwback Nigerian music. Like a black, what they call this guy? It's not Black China. What they call this guy? African China type of vibe, but like with more like recent bounce to it and like content
sweet.
is sweet die.
It's sweet. That's what me I was saying about
and the title is crazy. Big Talk Boys. Like, why you could just name
I
your
thought
song?
Big Talk Boys was the name of the artist.
Yeah, for a long time. I used to confuse it like AV or Big Talk Boys. Yeah, actually. Initially, when I saw the song, I even thought like Big Talk Boys was like a group.
Yeah, it's just like I'm going to start my own band and name it Big Talk Boys.
So yeah, there was that. But AV,
he also had Confession.
Yeah, Confession. Not as big as.
Not as big Big
Talk
Boys.
Boys.
But it's pretty like it's getting airplay. So you know,
love.
so I think you know.
He's trying
to just break his head out of everything, but we did, man.
Last person on here is Victoni.
Victoni, man, bro. Like his own story is like so exciting because like with the whole accident and everything, and I don't know that I thought he would
bounce back.
I'd like, man, like I just heard that praise song. I was like, yo, man, this guy's onto something.
Bro.
As the guy's onto something.
For me, like, obviously, like, from my first time, like, hearing Victoni, I know people who might have known him for a long time, was, okay, actually, no. The first Victoni music I listened to was,
that's one with Fouls.
Saturn.
Yeah,
EP.
Saturn.
Yeah,
Okay,
Saturn
yes.
EP.
I had song with Fouls first.
Yeah. But it was on one Ladipo, like, one content Ladipo shot, maybe for sometime in 2018 or 2019. But that time I think it was still a rapper. Yeah, it was rapping.
Almost everybody starts off rapping.
It was rapping. So, but from Saturn to like this point, and then like the accident happened in between, I just sensed like when you have all those type of moments, like as a creative, especially when you're talented like Victoni, like I almost can bet that like the next set of like things you drop are probably going to be some of your best, because it just takes you it's like when Kanye had the accident there through the wire, it takes you on a good journey.
Since I mentioned stuff like
stuff,
that, 50 cents.
Yeah, there's also that. Do you understand? That kind of.
What other guy that got? I think Parcelli got shocked a lot of times as well. No, but I see what you're saying.
Coming out of prison.
I see what you're saying.
So all those type of things, like it brings out something in talented artists. Anybody will suffer where you come back and you cannot still give me jams. I don't know.
I'm dead. Why you said you must suffer?
Give me jams. You cannot give me jams after going through a tough time.
Oh my.
But yeah, thankful that Victoni came out. I know. I think he lost maybe a friend in the accident. So one of his guys or something.
I think so. I'm not entirely certain.
Yeah, I think he did. But rest in peace to that soul. And Victoni, yes, it's exciting to see Amal's been able to just come off the back of the accident and make dope stuff. What do you have to say about it?
Are we not just going to mention how Holy Father has everybody in a true code? Because we need to mention how
like this
Holy Father has everybody in a true code.
This is Holy Father and this is us.
Yeah, like
so
it's crazy.
Yeah, but it's a jam.
Man.
I'm no longer,
bro. Like I'm just like Michael. Do your thing. I can't lie, man. His ad-libs on it are so sweet. I know everything. All the ad-libs from Tiba and Cooper.
See, from I think it was from last year. One of that song that I did. Hey God, I forgot that song. What type of dance? Yes, it's KY's Naira Marley, Zlatan. That was when I knew like that ad-lib game is up there. So, but yeah, it was interesting to hear on like Holy Father. So yeah, I think those are like a major breakouts.
Yeah, man, that's soft, man. That's soft. Yeah. So I think it's a good point to talk through like some projects that like we enjoyed and we feel like didn't get as much love as we hoped. We hoped or like as we would have liked.
Yeah, based off the quality of the music also, and was available like what's available on the market. So you want to shoot first?
So what? I'm gonna start with the one that I feel like should get more attention. Fluid.
Reaction.
Yeah. So I don't know if it was marketed to me in a different way or anything, but at first it was like unconventional.
Yeah.
Like I mean, like she's singing, she has like a really sweet singing voice, and then like I like how it's like it comes together when you listen to it a number of times. But like I just feel like if I were to speak with multiple people, they would be unaware of it. And like if I played a couple songs for them, like they'd be like, oh, like I've been in multiple situations that maybe I play a song and like the person just goes, oh, who's this? Yeah, so I think that was a very nice, very enjoyable project for, especially for people who enjoy like singers. Yeah, so yeah, that's what I would say about Fluid. I know I've mentioned it a few times. Is it something like you gauge? Like how's your experience with it like?
Yeah, I mean I listened to it when it dropped, and to prepare for like this recording, I also just like listened some more.
Okay.
There's good music on that tape for sure. Like, but it's type of music that like the sound needs to be well complemented with like the artist's like brand imagery. Basically, that's what I'm going to say. And I feel like there's some disconnect.
Really?
Yes.
How so?
I feel like there's some disconnect. I don't want to. I'm not throwing shade, though. I'm not throwing shade, please. I'm just trying to be objective and just I would say things how I see it, basically.
Okay, fair. Like I'm intrigued by this.
In terms of our appearance, like how, because at the end of the day, from styling to makeup and like the hair you carry, like what your hair do is like all those things are things that like have been. The word I would use is engineers. Like obviously, it's part of A&R duty to like present you in a particular way.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't think the sound of the music goes well with how she's been presented. I'm not saying that like in like the videos now. Maybe the concept of her videos don't style to. I'm talking about how like she's styled, how she's like the type of makeup she wears, all those type of things. I don't think it matches. That's my own. I don't think it matches the sound. It doesn't do a good job of like amplifying the sound enough. That's what I feel.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have now that you said you don't think about videos and stuff like that. I don't think I've seen her a lot. Like I've not seen her in real life.
Yeah. Well, I mean, images now, pictures.
I've seen a few pictures. I've seen like a performance. I didn't think too much about it, and now that I think about it, I don't think her appearance was off. But again, I haven't seen enough of her.
No, it's not like she doesn't look good. I'm just saying that like when you look at it to the sound, I feel like she probably needs, if I was on her team, maybe just saying, probably needs to, the way Amare was very intentional in that phase of her life when she was on that, was it Passion Fruit Summer? And that song with Elo, that period of her life where she was on low chords, very solemn. I'm not saying like Reaction needs to call low chords, but I'm not saying that.
Do not fucking kill me, bro. How is that what would have taken from it?
I'm not saying that. Continue. But like it needs to, the way that face of Amari just tied in well with
the only thing,
the sonics that was coming out of her mouth.
I think Reaction needs that kind of how niggas used to attack Simi.
No, let's go to another person.
That's what I'm thinking about.
This year.
You attacking Simi. Oh my god, why Jimmy?
Let's go to the next person. So yeah, Reaction of Fluid. That
was mine. So like what do you think like was slept on kind of this year?
I'd say Ajebo's Post Lifestyle Volume 1. Yeah.
Funny enough, I think the biggest songs out of it weren't really slept on. I don't think Solace was slept on.
It wasn't slept on. But for what's the music on the tape, I feel like it could have been what's the word? It could have been embraced better, Sha.
Okay.
Yeah. Obviously, like for what's the stage at which Ajebo Slaz are like in their career, and possibly the resources available to them also. I think they had a good project. I'm not going to like good rollout.
No, I think the project is solid. I think the material they put out alongside like the videos and stuff like that were heavy.
Yeah, but it feels like aside if you're not into following music as much, people don't probably know that they dropped an EP, but they know Pronto and they probably know Solace. You get?
Yeah.
So, and across the EP, they really just showed their range.
Yeah.
Did a bunch like different things, basically, proper variety. So that's one I feel like people really should check out more. Also, Pretty Boy Dio, Love Is War.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Pretty Boy Dio, Love Is War.
I'm sorry. I just
I have two things to say. His promotion is second to like maybe only Black Bull. So when he's promoting stuff, oh my god, it's so hilarious.
He has a very enigmatic character, like that can carry.
So funny. He's so entertaining. He's so enigmatic, like you said. Because when
it feels like Young D'banj again.
When you mentioned this, man, all I could think about was that song. How am I forgetting the song? That if your girlfriend get problem issue, have you seen the video for it?
Police and Thief.
Yes, Police and Thief. I've seen the video for it. Also, when he was doing, what do they call it? When he was doing promo for his concert in December, which
there was one video
like, no biscuits performances. Bro, it's so fucking hilarious. And I think,
and it's very experimental. Like,
I think
it's not just all jokes. Like he's really pushing the boundaries.
I think the fact that like he's super hilarious and it sounds like he's just like super jovial and all of that. Like people might not.
They might not
get past that and listen to. Like the efforts that he's putting into his work.
God, like his production, like his choice of like beats, basically. They connect. Like
he knows
what he wants to do and the type of beats and producers he wants to work with. He has stuck with the same people for a while,
Well, that's the best. That's the best formula most times, to be honest.
So love is what Pretty Boy deal.
Yeah.
I think we could have gotten more love on these streets.
Yeah, I think so as well. Yeah. Something another tip that I really hoped would have gotten like more love was Smoke Break by D-Truce.
Yeah, shout out Truce.
Shout out Truce, man. Speaking of like the what he used to promote, it was this like your essentials on a day off when you're having a smoke break. That thing, I don't know if you saw those videos. I really loved those. Like outside
he had like people come on as guests. I remember that. He had people come on.
Yeah, like it reminds me of like there's this GQ thing. I think like 10 things you can't live without. I don't know if you've ever come across that on YouTube.
I know it on YouTube for sure.
I mean, outside that, man, like the album was like very well put together. Like it was really like it was sonically pleasing, and like I think he tried to do something different from what he'd done in the past, and I think it worked well for him. And
I love the album art, by the way.
Yeah, man.
So,
it was.
I love the album art. It
was cool, man. It was just cool.
So, D-Truce
Smoke Break. Yeah, that's an album that I hope people end up checking out.
Which other one?
We've talked about Sarz and Obongjaya already.
Yeah, so Sweetness.
But man, I think Sweetness is fantastic and people should definitely check that out. Speaking of checking that out, check also had Bravo.
I knew that was coming.
Funny enough, I was like on this shoot that it was for what's it called? Clout Africa.
Okay.
Yeah, and like he was playing the album of it, and like I remember him playing.
So was his Clout's performance like?
No, it wasn't his Clout's performance. It was a shoot.
Was a shoot? Okay.
He was like, he was super excited. He was super excited about his album, and like he kept playing shit off it, and I was like, oh my god, this is lit.
The project connects.
Yeah, I mean, is trappy. I think I don't know how much acceptance.
It's trappy. Well, there's some variety.
Yeah, there's some variety in it. Yeah, I said that to say like I don't know how much acceptance you think people have for trap in Nigeria.
Oh no, that's part of why like we're trying to say niggas should show it more love because it's slept on. It's not our culture now. So
well, I understand now, but like I don't think drill is this is left kind of. I don't think drill is.
There's something that happened this year that I'll remind you. Go on.
Yeah. I don't think drill is like specific to. Like it's just something you just decide to kind of adapt. Yeah, and like we've seen Yao Dog and like Black Sheriff do like great jobs, like doing fusions of that and probably another genre that they're doing. So I just wanted like your own opinion on how trap is accepted here.
For the most part, like someone like a Rema. For instance, I'm digressing a bit, just to try to reach one to see. But someone like Rema now, for instance, is whatever, his trap side, or he's one of those people that like really helped people like lock into trap, like as far as like artists, Afrobeat artists, because I don't like to. It's very difficult to say Nigerian artist at this point, or like I think Afrobeat is the best way to be to describe these people at this point, even though they are not necessarily making Afrobeat music, sure. So yeah, someone like Rema really helped the trap acceptance. But at the end of the day, like I don't see a world where like people in Nigeria basically will give trap some sort of like eye recognition, honestly, because when you look at there's the music that will always come out, the bulk of music that will always come out will definitely overshadow trap. Do you understand?
Yeah, I do.
So, but when people like check, like that's why I feel like people just need to pay attention. I'm not going to lie. Like if you're also keen, because at the end of the day, it's people that like rap that will most likely like if you like hip hop, you most likely like fuck with trap. Do you understand?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So once you're chatting with someone that doesn't really send rap, doesn't really send hip hop, they cannot. There's no way in this world they will be able to understand your trap dreams.
No, Afrobeats to the
Afrobeats
world.
to the
World.
Yes,
Afrobeats to the world.
So I think the reason why we can appreciate trap music is because we love rap, we like hip hop.
Of course,
so,
definitely.
So anyone that any Nigerian like us that loves those two things definitely will connect to trap better. But let me say what I want to say. There was a moment this year that we forgot. Remember this? I saw stuff.
Oh my god.
Legendary styles.
Oh yeah. There was one song. Fuck. That was another moment.
I saw.
Yo, that was another heavy moment.
That was heavy.
Yeah, that was heavy.
So yeah, so that was one moment where Nigerians. But I think it was largely propelled by the dance last. It was the dance that really helped it.
Yeah, that was part of
So,
it. But yeah, like now that we've had like this extensive trap conversation, someone I think that did a really good project that I don't know that people embraced it, and it wasn't even like just regular trap. It's like emo trap. I don't know like if you've paid attention to that, like outside Nigeria, like there's like a genre of trap where like the person is like super
sad,
like
dark,
not sad or dark, but like soft kind of.
So
like it's kind of trappy.
Yeah, so like it. No, I don't want to use Trippie Redd. Maybe do you listen to Lil Tecca?
No, I don't, but I've heard his name before.
But yeah, so just give me an artist that
I think Trippie Redd fits.
Trippie Redd
like,
fits, yeah.
Yeah,
So
but I don't think a lot of people
Juice
do
WRLD
it.
is too dark, sha.
Well,
But it fits,
kind
it fits,
of,
it fits,
yeah, kind of fits.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I'm talking about Zamir's Flower Boy 4000.
Oh, Zamir Flower Boy.
Yeah, so it has like this. It's also like super experimental.
That's an elite tape.
Yeah, man. Like it's not like it's a super trap or anything, but like it has like leanings and like elements of that, and it is also like super emo, super soft, experimental as well. Yeah. I think that's definitely a tape that people should check out.
Another one will be S God Savage Beach Juice.
Yeah.
So I particularly love how she like rolled that out. They were actually physical like juice, like branded.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah. She did an event where She did an event where that was like part of like the side attraction. So it was nice looking, well branded package, Savage Beach Juice. I think that different flavors to sell. Yeah, and then the artwork too. So S God is one of those
creative rollers.
man. S God is one of those people that like if she wasn't like ATL or something Yankee, one of all these OGs will carry like a matter on her head, like the way probably someone co-signed Meg. I'm trying to remember the person that co-signed Meg at the time. But yeah, she needs. I'm not going to lie. I wish Nigeria was just more accepting of the type of music she makes. That's what I'm going to say. But for what it is, Savage Beach Juice is. I don't want to use elite because that would be too much. But I just wish she wasn't in Nigeria. She wasn't making that music out of here. That's what I'm going to say.
What me I'll say about it is if that thing should find its target audience.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like if the style audience should find that tape, like it's changing the game for her for sure. So I'm really just keen on seeing how like they will try to create like crossover opportunities for her, basically.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So something I think something I go slept on because like I didn't listen to it enough, but I feel like you listen to it before you fall asleep.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I've invested in that because that's my artist. And yeah, before I fall asleep was actually a well put together album. Like Johnny Drew, I know like it took his time to put the album together, but obviously, for what is what, like his genre is not it's not as accepted as like it's not the mainstream sound basically for Nigeria. And then also I feel like him not playing shows immediately around.
Okay, immediately.
Like,
I was going to say, wasn't there Johnny's Room this year?
No, there was, but around the album, like you know the way Cavemen when they dropped that album, not even this one, the Roots album, the way they did like back to back. I feel like Johnny Drill like needed that kind of thing for like this project. You get that would have really helped.
Not have propelled it.
Propelled it a lot. So, but for what music on it is dope. Features with Ladipo, Ayra Starr, I think one more person. I think Don Jazzy was on that.
It's a full million.
It is.
I love it, man. I love it.
What else? I think we're not talking about Leah.
Okay, fair. I also am sleeping. So like, you're catching me sleeping, and I'm not proud of this. But go on, talk to me.
So there's Leah. Leah is Davido's artist, DMW. Yeah. So you know the way I just spoke about S God.
Yeah.
Like having like an OG. Yeah. I think Leah has that already, and it's just that like Davido doesn't necessarily have the creative or business. I mean, I don't want to let me pick what I want to say. Well, there's some sort of guidance you need to give an artist that I don't think Davido has the patience or the. If I'm just speculating, the patience or the time. Yeah, the patience or the time for it. You get. It's not like obviously in terms of resources and connecting you to like the right opportunities. I'm sure we'll like will put in good word for you and make sure things. But in terms of like putting together a concept or like a project. Or just a rollout, for instance. I don't think Davido has the patience.
I don't think he needs to be.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not demanding it, but I feel like for someone like I'm not just like comparing Leah and to what I said about S Good. Like for what Leah is.
I think I get what you're saying.
For what Leah is and to Davido. Part of what I feel like she should be getting from Davido. Especially because he's invested in her, like at the end of the day, he's his artist, do you understand? So she's his artist rather. So I feel like Leah deserves that sort of guidance from Davido. But I'm not demanding it. It's not in my place to ask for it.
What I want to understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I think this is another thing where you think through how the structure of most Nigerian labels are and how that is what is affecting this situation. This is a long, extensive conversation that I wish we would have on another episode. But yeah, I think with the right infrastructure in place, these things will work out.
For sure.
Yeah. I think I don't know. Does this touch what you're trying to say? That's fair. That's fair play to that, man. Fair play to that. I think someone who is also figuring stuff out, I guess, is Lady Donny, and she had Wild.
Yeah, Wild. That was a soft drop for her, Sha. Like soft. When I say soft, like it wasn't a priority release. It was like songs that didn't make an album that is coming out so maybe next year or 2022.
Fair.
Yeah, but jams.
I mean, they're like a number of memorable moments for me. Yeah, so that's what I would say.
I like MKK, Mysterious Kitty Cat. That's the name of MKK. I like that song. But yeah, Lady Donny Wild. It was good to just have Donny back in quotes because she didn't drop any music last year at all.
She had some issues.
Yeah, some management issues, team issues. I think that's been kind of sorted for the most part.
Yeah.
So let's see what
comes out. Searching is like
Searching is my jam.
Yeah,
I like the video.
I haven't seen it. I realized I won't choose conversation. I don't say I haven't seen the
video. Yeah, I think this year I spent a lot of time watching. I started from last year, Like I started watching videos a lot more, and it just helps. I think it helps me appreciate the songs more. And then it could also backfire because the first time I heard this is very random. The first time I heard Cold Outside was with the video. And that's VFX part in that video.
That boy director.
That VFX part. No, boy director is dope, but that VFX he did for Timaya and Buju, that part where it felt like clouds, that really pissed me off. And I almost did not get the drift of the song, but obviously, not jam. But yeah, searching visuals, that was a good one for Donny. And let's see what 2022.
So now that you talked about Cold Outside, man, somebody that had a monster year, bro, Buju. Like every single thing he touched this year, like, bro, any like the amount of features he did, and every single like, man, I don't know what he's doing, and like all I want now is to meet with his jazz man, so we can just talk.
Relate.
We can relate, man, talk about one or two things. Yeah, man, like the amount of big songs he was on. He was on Big Mood by WizKid. He was on Feeling. He was on Cold Outside. He had Confidence with Savage. Bro,
Outside.
He dropped an EP, which I think it might have taken a minute for people to get with the program, but once they got with it, man, they got with it, and bro, man, it's just good to see, because like we saw him from the previous year, like how like things were just coming together.
Steady. He worked his way to that point. Worked his way. It didn't just land on his lap.
Yeah, definitely, man, definitely.
Worked his way.
Yeah, another person that like from last year just used. This essence, man. I feel like we should talk about it, because
that's Tems or WizKid.
Both of them. So I think I'll start off with Wiz, because I don't know, man. When you're listening to the album, I don't know. Did you think Essence? Essence? So
weirdly, fun fact, I went through our upload of Made in Lagos album review at the time, and I see, like, when I watched it, I actually feel like I've changed my mind on it, some of the things I said. But yeah, I'm serious. Some of the things I said at the time, and although there's one thing that like I know, like this is very, very hard, but I feel like the music on like Made in Lagos is not, I don't consider it's WizKid's best project. Like, it's his best and his classic project for sure, but I still don't consider like the music on it like WizKid's best music. I don't know if that makes any sense to you. Like,
you still don't consider his best music?
Like, I don't think the songs on it are the best music he has on his catalog. But obviously, like
I think about it differently.
Okay, how do you see it?
I think it's some of the best music he has on his catalog, but the title of the album is misleading.
Yeah, there's also that.
Yeah, I actually think this is some of the best music he has on his catalog. Yes, in his career, I think this is some of the best music he's put out. But the album name is really misleading.
Yeah, it's misleading. And at the time too, like, I felt like well, that's WizKid, it's just good vibes, honestly. Like, it's just
that's you're going into it. That's what you're expecting.
Yeah,
it's just some good vibes.
Just good vibes.
Mellow, you're kind of floating. I think he's really evolved from trying to make you dance, to making you feel something.
Okay, I think I feel like this thing you just said about dance is, I think that's kind of like what was kind of predicating what I was talking about. So it's not, when I say maybe not best, it's not WizKid's like commercial. I don't think it's the commercial dream of like a WizKid. If there was like a commercial dream, the sound, when WizKid was coming out like with Banky W, and in his mind, like, he did not think that like this is the type of songs that will make me blow. Do you understand? I will take my career to the next level. But I probably thought it would be all those is Pakurumo, all those is what they call those dance, the samba. Like, I'm sure that's what he probably thought will change the game for him. Do you understand? But obviously, he has grown. He has grown, and like there's more like direction and maturity to the music, which is amazing to see. And Essence is mature music, just by the way. Essence is mature
for
music.
The most of it, it's like music. Really mature music.
Mature music.
But yeah, man.
And love Made in Lagos.
Definitely.
That's one thing I wish I was able to, like, I knew at the time of that recording, like, how much I loved Made in Lagos. I loved, like, I really grew, my love for it really just grew after I think we reviewed it maybe a day after it came out, or maybe a week after. Could have been a day.
Jesus, are we going to talk about that?
Maybe it was like a day. It was like a week after.
Could have been a day.
Yeah,
this I would say, like, I think this is some of the best music.
I agree.
Also, I mean, you can't funny enough, I think, because around the project, I've listened to a lot of interviews and just him talking around it. And firstly, I would say he said when he was releasing sounds, like when he was about to release sounds from the other side, like he already knew that wasn't the project, that was the one after. That was going to really.
And I see that play out.
Yeah, and like he said it before he'd released it. Like it was just about releasing sound from the other. I was like, yo, this one is good. But the next thing, like he knew. Then the other thing is I watched another interview of him talking around Essence, really, and like the thought process making it, and how he was just like, yo, for some reason he just felt, yo, Tems really did a good one. And then like there was one tweet after they made
Tems and I just made magic.
Tems and I just made magic, and like it was great to see, because like Tems had already had, like, she kind of had a thing going. I don't know how the meetup happened for them, but like I've heard from other people saying like when she had Just Try Me Out, like there was just something special about it. Like people would go out.
People love Try Me.
Yeah, people would perform, like she would perform it at in small locations.
Yeah, people
and
love
stuff
Try
like
Me.
that, and they
And they
absolutely
used to play it on
loved
radio a lot.
bro. So like, and that just from Essence again, like it just really propelled her career. Like we saw Adele like singing like fangirling over Tems, essentially.
The thing is that WizKid is like is for having WizKid having like a connection to, or let me say affiliation with Drake, makes WizKid
That's
a very
another angle.
yeah, like WizKid having an affiliation with Drake makes WizKid like the de facto like shop banks. Like if you do something with WizKid, like more like new eyeballs are definitely going to see.
I see what you're saying,
Yeah.
but like I think now it's beyond that Drake thing.
No, it's beyond. Obviously,
I think it's beyond that.
obviously
I
it's
think
beyond Drake. He has his own
he
thing.
has his
But I
own.
want you to know that like I feel like it all emanated from that Drake moment.
I mean, I think that's a big part of how, like, I think that's a big part of what has propelled him to the level he's on.
But it's not the only thing.
Yeah, I don't think I don't
agree.
think it's the only thing. I
No,
feel
it's
like,
not. It's not.
yo, man,
It's
there were
not.
just other
It's
things,
not.
like he just
It's not.
kept doing
It's
stuff
not.
right after. So
It's
like,
not,
I think
for
he's, I think I get what you're saying, but I see how that could be misinterpreted. Like I know how I felt when I heard you say it for the first time. That's really why I'm trying to.
I get.
Yeah, I think that really helped.
And
push
it's
his
crazy
career
how One
forward.
Dance is still Drake's biggest song.
Bro, like it's crazy, man.
So no, that relationship is not like Drake will help WizKid though. Both of them help each other.
Yeah.
That song, that relationship. Definitely not Drake. Obviously Drake helped WizKid, but WizKid also helped Drake. Like for sure.
Yeah, man.
For
yeah.
sure.
So,
So
yeah.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
WizKid.
Yeah, that's
And
WizKid.
Tems. We've touched WizKid and Tems in a
yeah,
way.
that really, I think this really definitely propelled her, bro. Like it
Yeah, it
was,
does.
it was great to see.
And she was on Drake's album, so
Yeah, I mean,
crazy.
it's full circle.
Full circle.
Really.
Yeah, we've touched CKay already too.
Yeah, I mean, while we're mentioning Buju, I feel like we should have just talked about Poe.
Yeah, Poe actually, yes. Shout out Poe.
Poe, like he really with feeling and there's no time.
There's no time, bro. There's no energy.
Bro.
Just running on vibes.
Bro, so like that's even Fireboy as well. Like he didn't do a lot of releases, but just that Peru. Bro, then he ran it back with Ed Sheeran.
Man.
Bro, man, like I mean,
Well, what I've not even asked you about that. But wait, do you want us to talk about Ladipo and Fireboy or before? Because I'm about to take you to Peru remix now, so I want to be sure.
No, shoot.
Okay. No, let's speak about Ladipo and Fireboy. I was going to get your thoughts on Ed Sheeran's remix. Like, what do you think about his efforts?
so I thought I thought the snippets was cringe.
Okay.
But when I heard the song, like I did not feel the same. I thought Ed did what he needed to do on that. And I mean how it's pushing Fireboy, especially because like I think he's such a good songwriter.
Yeah, he is.
I like just seeing how like his stuff is going. I remember like listening to Jealous today and just thinking, yo, like how good is that song?
No, it's
really?
good. That's
How
good.
good is that song? Yeah, then like
The modern classic.
yeah, like and then just the next album. Also, yeah, I think this is where I'm going to end of what which one of the Fireboy albums do you prefer?
After Tears.
I think Apollo is better.
Okay. That's all I'm saying. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not for this episode.
No, not for this episode,
Yeah.
but like me personally, like
Okay,
I think
that's fair.
he grew,
That's
and
fair.
then like it was just I don't know. I think it was better put together.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but like that's I get laughter. Don't worry, I get laughter, goosebumps, and things a lot. I get it a lot, and I think it's one of we've discussed this thing before on like the episode we did on debut projects.
Okay.
On how like there's almost nothing you can do to up that debut project that like holds people and everything, and I think that's what's happening with Apollo. Yeah. So that's just by the way. But yeah, man, Fireboy doing the Lord's work. Poe as well. You know, he had feeling. He had the Providence tape. He had one more song that was really really big. I don't know why it's escaping me right now.
And I know there was it wasn't really big, but it got some buzz. There was the one with Basket Mount and Waje.
Okay. No, that's definitely not the one I'm thinking about.
There was Feeling and then Running.
Yes.
Those are the drops. Feeling, Running this year.
Bro,
Those are the drops. Feeling, Running. Feeling is crazy. That's all I can say. Arguably, maybe right after Essence as one of the biggest.
No, definitely it's in that envelope of like top 10, top 5 biggest songs. Feeling, bro. Bro, that time on Instagram, bro. Cannot use Instagram without that.
Yeah, like the way I'm feeling.
You can't use. You couldn't have used Instagram.
Yeah, game changing release.
But yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, and I think I would say Providence for me personally was one of my favorite tips this year. I don't know how big it was with other people. But for me, after I came out, I continuously rinsed it and
niggas just listen to the commercial ones like Running and maybe Afrojiga with Rema. But I think for like just project standard, like Providence it shows like the pose in different elements basically. There was the soft romantic side music, then obviously the editing rapper, then also like vibes provider. Adipo, and then he actually rapped, gave moments of actually just spitting bars straight up. So, well-rounded project. I'm not going to lie, Providence, well-rounded.
Yeah,
well-rounded.
So now I'm just going to put you on the spot and ask you, what do you think was what was your album or your project of the year?
On the spot, very wicked boy.
No man, don't do that. Anyway,
I know my answer. No, I know your answer already, and I already know. I just found my answer. I just went through the doc and I found my answer. My album of the year is 19 and Dangerous.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
fair. Do you want to talk through it?
Are we doing is that what we are going to now? That's the agenda. Okay. So we are not going back to Fireboy. I just want to be sure. Okay, we're not going back. We don't touch that. So yeah, I think 19 and Dangerous is my I will not really consider it my favorite, but when I try to look at the best projects that came out this year, I think 19 and Dangerous is up there. And the reasons why I think so is one, I always try to look at what a release does in shifting how people perceive an artist.
Yeah.
And for me, after Bloody Samaritan and 19 and Dangerous, things just changed for Ayra Starr. So clearly, for me, it shows that there's definitely something good about this release. And then from now, aside from that, the music on it, there's a lot of range and diversity in it. A lot of, and her songwriting is, she people write with her also, but she writes, and there's the content on the project is for our audience. It connects in an amazing way.
Bro, when I heard the way people were chanting at her concerts,
it connects at an amazing way. All the if I cast, here I cast. These are the things that kind of emotions that propel Gen Z. You get believe on all those type of things, and songs like Fashion Killer also just connect with young audience of fashion people. Then obviously there's the Bloody Samaritan thing that really went and then also there's a song with CKay on it called Beggy Beggy that people also love. Also had a TikTok moment too. Yeah. So I feel for what it's worth and for where Ayra Starr was at the point of releasing that and to where she is right now, kind of gives me confidence to say this is definitely one of the best might not be my favorite, because obviously that favorite one I need to actually calm down to think about it.
I was going to ask you what your favorite was.
No. That's like really I chimed in that. But if I was to pick a favorite, I think that would probably be one of the things I'm going to think about. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, what about yours?
So, I think the best album that came out was Sex Over Love. It's definitely up
Black
there.
Bones.
Definitely up
Yeah.
there. So definitely up there as my favorites.
Mhm.
What I listened to the most this year was Sweetness.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
From
really
your
short.
Spotify Wrapped or Apple Replay.
Apple, I use Apple more.
Yeah, so Apple Replay.
Yeah, so definitely I listen to Sweetness the most. But I think Sex Over Love was the best album that came out this year.
Yeah. You know that thing I said about how people perceive you after you drop an album?
Yeah.
But Sex Over Love did that for Black Bones too, just by the way. It just changed the way people looked at him.
I mean, I think me personally, I think it's a long time coming. Because
it's a long time coming, but if he didn't come correct with this album,
hey man,
I
don't know that there's.
It's like this thing of Wande that we're talking about. Sorry, I have to digress about Lagos City Vice 2.
Yeah.
It's easy for me to say if Vice 2 lived up to expectations. It's easy for me to say it's been a long time coming. Do you understand?
Fair.
Yeah. So you also, even though it's a long time coming, if the person doesn't come correct with their recent release,
for me to say that this is definitely came correct. And for me, why I think is the best is the coherence and how. I understand why 19 and Dangerous would be up there because it does encapsulate the emotions around 19 and Dangerous. You take risks, fashion is something you care about, and definitely I think it's up there as one of the best projects out this year.
I agree for Sex Over Love too.
No doubt in my mind, but I don't know the way when you think of, I think especially for me, when you think about the mind state of a lot of people generally, people are embracing streets, and it's just very reflective of the society we're in, and then how there are just some things that I'm sure you've thought about, and with that album he's able to just put it out, and also the success from Bling is something that I would think about how it started and how it's also very in line with the type of music he's made, how he's been able to show his range. At this point he's doing some level of trap, he's doing this soft R&B,
he's doing a lot of things,
he's doing and in everything he doesn't I don't think there's any moment I go, this sounds kind of off. Yeah, I'm just yo man, this guy really transitioned well into this next thing. And then even with the transitions, you see how this thing is kind of tied back into the topic. In this is just he's flossing, he's doing this, he's doing that. Next thing he's conflicted on am I in love with this person or not? Next thing he's heartbroken.
It goes on. It takes you on a journey of emotions.
Such a journey that all tied back.
Although I feel like there are a lot of, not a lot, a few feelers.
Mention one.
Bro, I'm looking at all like this. This song with YP Lekon and AQ was
Jesus, the only God.
It wasn't needed on this project.
I think Jesus.
Or maybe the feature, maybe the selection.
This is what I would say. I feel
I didn't feel Lekon's
some
part
verses should not have.
Yeah, I didn't feel Lekon's part, and probably AQ's part too.
Jesus is Lord.
So
I think I disagree with that.
Yeah.
I feel
but there's something about AQ I like that I did recently. This cypher they just dropped last 2 weeks.
Yeah,
his part was the best on that. Just to add.
I'm not going to agree with you that AQ's part shouldn't have been on this song.
Oh, this one.
I'm not going to agree with you on that.
There are three featured artists. If we were to drop one person, it's Lekon. I'm going to drop.
Lekon,
so Psycho Hype and AQ could have actually stayed. Yeah, it's
Lekon.
I'm
not dropping AQ's part. I can't. I'm not even.
So if you were to leave one person on the song, who will you?
Leave one person.
If it was just one zombie feature.
I think the other two features.
No, I know, I agree.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm not leaving anybody else.
No, I'm just trying to get
I don't think Lekon's part was up to par. That's what I will leave out. Yeah. But outside that, I think the other two people went well on it.
I agree, but she'll just do this favor for me. Do this favor for me.
I'm not doing this favor for you, bro. Also, my man Black Bulls ran it back with, what do they call it? The deluxe.
Yeah, that deluxe play was nice.
It was so fire. How he did the remixes.
They're bangers, yeah.
That's something that I think is very hip hop and it's something that I welcome back. And he's also done that.
He did it for this. I've gone on that project.
Did on the different projects.
Yeah, Bad Boy Black. the real bad boy black
and,
real.
like, I think he executed very well on this,
Bro.
So yeah, man, that's that. I think.
So these two tapes actually definitely in the running.
When
for...
you were saying there was something that you could have dropped, if you said Haba
songs, sorry. I just stopped at Zombie. I just stopped at Zombie. Sorry,
I didn't even take Zombie from you anyway. If you said Haba,
because I take Zombie for myself, and then Cynic route, and then this best friend song we checked too. Did not enter. He didn't live up. I had a song with Black Bones and check. He didn't live up to.
It's not if to you.
It's not to me, again, bro. Look at these numbers. Look at these numbers I'm looking at. Look at the numbers of plays. Look at these plays I'm looking at.
It doesn't matter. Niggas, see, it doesn't matter. Number of plays don't matter.
Bro, it does.
It doesn't.
It tells a story now.
Fair play to that.
It tells a story now.
I clearly don't agree with But best friend is something when you're doing sex over love. Like there's this scenario where, what do they call it? Where people approach their shit that, oh man, this person is my best friend. Like,
so let me talk to him about the breakfast like chops. But this song,
it's not breakfast.
I know I'm whining obviously.
It's not necessarily breakfast, but it's like a way you approach. Yeah, I love you as a friend. Or like, this is my
I know that was the goal.
That's what I'm saying.
I know that was the goal of the song, but sonically, it was not pleasing to the ears. It's not something I'm going to go back to be listening to.
Fair play to that. I think it works.
Okay.
I think it works.
No
I don't think it's problematic.
No worries. So, but yeah, for what is what, Sex Over Love, definitely like elite projects from this year, most especially like with the moments that actually came correct with Bling, Fendi, and I love this Faji song with Wanda Banton and Bad Boy Teams a lot.
He started it.
Bro, the song is lit.
Yo.
Then Okwara G2. And now putting the remix with Bella Shmurda, that was a good one.
Bro.
Then Never Been in Love too is a dope track.
That might be my favorite song.
Yeah, it's a dope track. The guy know where I know this album is sick. No. But I just saw that best friend song.
Never Been in Love.
This
transition
track 11, track 12. Get out. Zombie and Best Friend. Get these two songs should get out of this album. What? Zombie and Best Friend. These two songs, they should get out.
Fair play to that.
In fact, plus Cynic Route, those 3 songs like that. 11 track, 11, 12, 13. Abba can stay because he tried to make a social movement out of it. He forced it on us. He forced it on us. So
it's how you're keeping Haba.
I'm going to keep Haba because he forced it on us and I have to take it.
Ahead.
So yeah, Sex Over Love, guy. What are we going to next? I beg. We need to start trying to round this up, my
I'm done with what
we need to start rounding this up.
I'm this close to standing up and leaving. But
the table albums.
A very good album in hip hop was Clone Wars 4. I'm sorry, 5 rather. Like, and I love that. I think that would be definitely top 5. Might even crack my top 3 to be honest. Because
for the year,
yeah, for the year, man, it might crack my top 3. I don't know, like I haven't done like a proper stratification or anything, but the way like these guys are just sitting on like on
music.
Like music and like the political landscape of Nigeria and infusing it with the music they're doing, and just, bro, man, it's something else entirely, man. Like this is definitely something we need, like, to keep people conscious, and the execution is also so good.
So sick and consistent.
Bro, like the execution is
so consistent. Good. That's what I love the most about it. It's consistent. This street song, Show Them Camp, Ogrania, Moss, and Alpha Junior. This Clone Wars Volume 5. The way the songs just starts, it gives me one rush of dopamine. So there's streets. There's also the song with Tell Me Thomas and Rise of the Underdogs too. Very nice vibe too.
Yo, man, my thing is Big Lico, man. The way they did the skits, the way they, they just, there's Draw Me Closer as well.
Yeah.
I really, so there's like 3 songs that have that early Momo beats, early Momo type beats. I can't remember the third one, but if I remember, I'll put it in the description. Bro. The way also early Momo was like really big.
Yeah, that was one of the better songs of this year, for sure.
Yeah, oh my god. Then there's Vipers, there's Tycoon. Oh my god, man.
I like the concept of, okay, sorry, don't let me talk about video. Go. You know, you probably haven't seen the video. So Tycoon.
I've seen it. How do you feel?
Okay, I like the concept they try to bring to life on that. No, I feel I take the L. I like the concept. I like the concept of what they were trying to do on that. Really nice. We've spoken about Providence already.
Yeah, we have.
Melodipo, spoken about Sweetness.
Yeah, we have.
We've not spoken about Love and I Live by the Cavemen.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was a really good album. I think it was a little long though.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I think the period that I was listening to it, my head wasn't clear.
But it came out at the point where my head wasn't clear, so I was doing a lot of things at the time.
Yeah, but that notwithstanding, like I acknowledge how good it is. I hear like so many songs and I'm like, yo, bro, this guy's like, the way they just followed up, they're like, yo man, we know the rest too. We they followed up with their previous project and like the success that they've had. And then when I saw like snaps from that video, I was like, yo man, this guy's legit started like performing with Lady Donley from like the living room tour. And like, yo, this is where it's at.
And she's officially their A&R. She's executive produced.
Yeah,
like she executive produces that stuff.
Yeah,
shout out Lady Donley. Doing the Lord's work. Yeah, so man. I just to touch the only thing I want to say about this Love and High Life song is this Stranger song. Sorry, Love and High Life album is I really love the song titled Stranger.
No. Stranger is fantastic.
So that's the reason I'm going to say about it. But dope project.
How is that the only? No, you must say something else.
If any of that I'm going to say, I'm going to compare to Roots. That's the only thing I'm not going to do. Yeah, so that's why I don't want to talk too much.
Say something else.
That's why I'm not going to talk too much.
Why
Please, I'm offing my mic for this.
Bro.
Excellence is a nice one too. No, but Stranger connects. I won't like Stranger just connects to me in one kind of way. No other song on that album connects.
I get that. I actually get that. But
yeah. So I think that's what it. And any other time when you said it, I think it's also too long. So
I can't like.
Yeah, it's long.
My God. I really didn't want to link.
It's like 1 hour 5 minutes or something like that.
But see, man, the people that were listening to it,
for sure.
Oh my God! Like I'm looking at the track list. Oh my, that's Love and High Life, fantastic album. Yeah, another album that was long was Sound of My World.
Juice.
I
don't know what. I love the way Juice just doing his own thing. He's not even dragging anything with you.
Yeah, the way like you just be like, man, it's Juice.
It's Juice, man. It's Juice. It's just guys to say dope. He's dope.
It's ridiculous. Like he's
like casually the song with me is on the tape and like niggas don't even like I don't think the guys even asked about it. Doesn't
people that acknowledge like that follow Juice, bro. They know. Juice one of those things that if you know, you know. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Yeah. So that's definitely an album that you should check out. It's one of the ones that like I think is great. I think we've touched Love and Attention a little bit. But yo, man, I don't know how Love and Attention didn't blow. Also,
the streets wants what he wants, and that's Party Jam.
Fuck the streets.
Also, we've not spoken about CKay's Boyfriend, which was
remarkably
a nice one too.
That's it.
Well put together.
He put it out at the right time.
Yeah, that was the best time
I think
this
it was just before Valentine's Day.
Yeah, it was around Valentine's Day.
That was like a very, very good. That was a very, very good EP. Sorry I'm Late by Buju. I mean, I was like, it's about time, bro. For the wait now. So I mean, I think that was another project. I think it's still fairly. I don't think it was up to 2 months. Yeah, and I think it was very well put together.
Yeah, it was.
I love that Caveman feature. I don't know how people haven't really caught on to Kilometer the way they should have.
That song is Ogechuku.
Yeah, then I really, really like the way the album started with Daniel Benson.
The first 3 or 4 songs on that tape, it connects. It starts off the project like really nice. Remember, do me nice, do me jam, do me nice.
Why did that come to your head?
I just said like the way the project starts, the first 4 tracks starts off really nice, and then for some reason I tied it to Buju's hook on Do Me Nice.
Fair. That's fair, man. So I think this was a very well put together body of work.
It was worth the wait.
I wish it came out earlier in the year because man, this guy had such a year that like he really, really needed us to digest this album, and then like he had a performance this year, and like I think it would have been great if he gave people more time to soak in the album before the performance. But nonetheless, man, fantastic album.
Fantastic, bro.
I think a great place to conclude is If Orange Was a Place. I think it was very timely of them seeing that success, like to just choke us, give us more.
If she did not drop that tape at that time, she fumbled a bag.
I still think people would have been waiting on her, but
No,
yes, I agree with what
no,
you're saying.
I agree that
agree
yeah,
with
people
what
are still
you're
waiting on her. I agree too, but she
I
not
agree.
dropped tape at that
See,
time.
man, she just dropped it like it was hot.
She would have been fumbling a bag, oh.
Bro, that's some
Many bags.
fires.
Yeah, man. That song is sick, oh.
Bro, man, like,
Song is sick, but people don't really talk about it much, low key.
yeah, man.
I don't know why I feel. Did you when you go out, like do you ever have like conversations like when you meet people casually and you talk about like music and the music they, I don't know if you ever do that, but when I meet people, one of the things I try to know what's like to try to gauge their personality or what's their vibe in quotes is the music they listen to. This Tems the name that like I feel like a lot of people listen to Tems, but they don't. It doesn't like in their mind. It's not their subconscious to like speak about like Tems, except maybe it's like an essence now.
So what I would say is I met people that before I say this, I have the funniest story. So my friend, Informa, shout out to Informa. By the way, you know Informa, right?
No,
so
sure.
at X Live, and then Tems is there.
Nice.
And then she's having this funny ass fangirling moment where
No,
she's
for
shouting.
sure. You have to fangirl.
Oh my god.
You me say I go fanboy.
It killed me.
I go
It
fanboy.
was so much fun, and I think the sweetest part of it was like she responded. But
nice.
but that aside, like I have had conversations with people like that they bring up Tems, and this thing that you have also said about gauging people's what type of person are they. I mean it's just like gauging your musical palette and
Yeah, your vibe. That's why I say vibe. That's
what I try to do when I have the time is to do aux competitions. Like I try to make everybody play a song.
Yeah, that's nice.
And then just like
although just play one
people-
song.
No, just play a song.
Yeah,
Like,
because
just
it gets way where you know if you leave aux with some people for too long.
People
bro.
are not responsible.
Yeah, some people will just start playing things. And the thing about that, like controlling music, you also need to just read the room. And I don't think a lot of people do a great job
People
at
are not
that.
responsible
Yeah.
because they would just I think this, oh my god, this is very important. These are the issues, man.
These are the issues.
The
yeah.
person will just go and play music that they like and forget
I
that
forget.
they are listening to
Yeah,
music
so
with
read
a
the
group
room.
of people.
Read the room. I get caught up in that sometimes, but you need to know when you're at that point and just sharply give people what they want. Just run to something like Mona Lisa or Essence quickly.
So for me, it's not even wrong. It's not even. I get that there's a time for that actually, but like it's just you just put these people on cruise.
For sure.
Like
For sure.
let them.
For sure.
Discover
new things.
Yeah, but like let them discover
I know,
new
I
things.
know.
Also, like just put them on. Yeah, just put them on cruise. But sadly, it doesn't always work. Like you said, sometimes some people just want to hear. Mona Lisa, but
And they are more bad. Shout out those guys. Dope artists. Some of the good artists of this year, yeah.
Mentioned that had like
Mobad Zinoliski.
back-to-back songs.
Giving fire jams.
Yeah, so-
Fire jams.
Yeah,
I think
man.
we're at a good point.
Yeah, I think we're at a good point.
Other notable, just random touching quickly. Other notable mentions that we can just talk about. Tiwa Savage dropped. Yeah, Tiwa Savage dropped. Joe Boy dropped. We were supposed to have
Conversations around
about
this
Joe Boy
project.
because I thought Joe Boy was at the time when he dropped. I don't know about now, Sha. I thought it was disappointing, but Seun doesn't think so because he has listened to it a lot more.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't
so.
think
And Seun also loves Work Father a lot on Tiwa Savage's album.
I don't know what she did on Work Father. But Work Father is different.
Yeah, it's a
Also,
different
the song
sound.
with Amari.
Yeah, that's a nice song.
I like Somebody's Song, but like I hate it too much.
Too much.
I like Somebody's Song a lot, but I hate it too much.
Too much. So yeah, those are some notable mentions. Azanti also was a notable mention. I like time difference.
Shout out Azanti.
I like time difference a lot.
I have played Sumomi so much. I just play Sumomi. That's
mine is time difference. I play a lot.
Oh yeah, like since we're still like on an R&B thing, like I attended Lex's Intimates.
Yeah, I was there. I saw
Yeah,
Truce perform that.
I missed Truce, man.
You missed his performance.
I was so heartbroken. I got to watch it. I performed Mango, which is another song that I think
Those Belly and Nkosi
wasn't there. Sad thing, but yeah. Truth EP. I haven't listened to it the way I want to, but the few times I've listened to it, I think he did a good job on that. Shout out Lex
Lex is in the right place.
Yeah. P.S. Thank You for Waiting by Wavy Creator. I think she has a monster jam with CKay. I think CKay had a number of good features this year. There's this tape called Wonder Girl by Moeli. There's another tape by Karen. I don't know if you mentioned it when we talked about female tapes.
Yeah, you did. You mentioned that earlier.
Fantastic. Then Tears Are Salty for a Reason by Ojini was another really
I didn't even
nice
hear
one.
the tape this year, bro.
Are you serious?
The only thing I saw for Ojini do this year was one cipher like that for NSC.
Oh yeah, I saw that. My god, that was so good. They had Vector, they had Poe, they had MI. Yeah, that was
a dope one.
The set design on that was crazy. Fire.
Do you remember their verses? I want to ask you your thoughts was
the best. Had the best verse.
Do you remember their verses first? Before
I want to say I think Vector's was impressive. I want to believe Poe was good as well. And then MI said something funny that I don't remember.
Okay.
No, it's fine.
Good.
Yeah. Then there's Alone by Oladapo. I don't know if you mentioned that.
Alone, no, I haven't.
Yeah, Alone is. I heard that live at Power Fest. That was really good. Power Fest was also very fire. But I think we've
we have
really stretched out. So, if there's anything else you feel like we missed, or like you think we should have another conversation on, let us know. Please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let people hear about Hit Shuffle. And I think it's
been a good year.
It's been a good year. We're looking forward to music in 2022. We're looking forward to doing more episodes as well. Yeah. So I hope you've enjoyed this so far, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye, guys.